I ain't gonna lie to y'all, for like a month, I've just been struggling with trying to upload something, and I promise it's different this time. And as I said before, yes, I've had a lot of trouble trying to upload videos to YouTube. And this is not me saying that I don't care about YouTube, or I'm not passionate anymore, or I want to quit. Trust me, I've been in this too long to fucking quit. And I love y'all too much, man. How could I give up on y'all? And because of that drive to not really give up, I've still been working on videos. I'm looking at my Notion, not sponsored by the way, but if anybody from Notion is watching, I mean, bring me my money. Yeah. And I'm working on Notion, scripting new ideas, researching new ideas, putting talking points together for videos that are taking me 7 months to work on. So the problem is not actually working on the videos, the problem is the output. And I really want to try to differentiate this from Burnout, but throughout this rant, you might see me change my mind on that. And I think a big reason as to why I really did not want to upload is because of the amount of information I take in on a daily basis, bruh. I want you to have an honest conversation with your boy Dom right now. Let's talk about your daily routine. Let's talk about how that daily routine involves scrolling TikTok every time you in transition to something. Hell, at this point, you can consider TikTok a part of your daily routine. And specifically on TikTok and the whole algorithm, this is not a video about that, but it is integral to this point. TikTok's algorithm is designed to keep you on that app as long as possible, and as a result of that, you're consuming a lot of shit. Like, why? And tell me, why do we have Aaron the Plumber fan cams where he just serving hands to everybody, bro? And I just know for a fact that's not good for your mental well-being. I can almost guarantee it. Or we can talk about the Twitter accounts like Rap TV and these other ones. I don't even know if that's the real name of it. But these Twitter accounts cosplaying as black people just to stir up the members of the black community. Like, these news accounts gotta be a government psyop, bro. You cannot convince me otherwise, bro. But I digress, let's move on. But over time, that negative information, the way it's just piling on and on, makes you want to disconnect from it. At a certain point, your bullshit tolerance is going to drive you off the app. Namely the reason why I deleted fucking Twitter, bro. I was getting really tired of the blue check mafia slinging slurs and throwing crypto rug pulls at me. I just didn't care anymore. And a lot of people felt that same way as well. There was a obvious shift in how X operates and who they want to operate for. And if we being real honest, it don't want to operate for anybody that believes in the shit that I believe in. Boy, if I brought up the words diversity, equity, and inclusion on Twitter, I'd probably get banned for hate speech. Even though I have disconnected and escaped from Twitter, I didn't do anything better with that, I just replaced it with another application. Which leads to this bigger point that social media and the internet in general is now inescapable. We cannot escape the internet because the internet was our escape. When life got weird, we got on Xbox Live. When you wanted to learn something and the library was too far, you Google searched it. And even thinking about this, remember when you had a computer room and everybody shared the family computer? That doesn't exist anymore because everybody has that. And I kind of want to talk about that family computer thing again because that's when the internet truly felt like a tool. It truly felt like something you had to get into. It felt like it was separate from the world. And now it's just became our reality. You can't go more than 15 seconds without being reminded of it through either advertisements or people talking about it. Hell, even me creating content contributes to this. I'm going to make shorts out of this video. That's just what I have to do as a content creator. And guess where those shorts go? They don't go on the desktop. They're on one of these things. Do not judge my screen. I'm just broke. And now because the internet is just so ingrained into society, there is no real escape outside of isolating yourself. And that form of isolation for me was to not even post anything substantial. If you follow me on Instagram, you have definitely seen this. You've seen me just post a lot of other people's posts. And I want to say this before I forget it. The main thing that the internet has done is eradicated third places. The internet and social media as a whole has replaced social gatherings, or at least the need for them. Anybody and everybody you could talk to is a FaceTime away, is a text away, is a Snapchat away, or just insert any app. If you wanted to FaceTime somebody in Thailand, you could do that shit right now. And while I do believe this technological advancement is a great thing, being able to talk to someone across the world is a form of communication that I don't think humans were ready for. But while these apps allowed us to talk internationally, the biggest consequence is They've just replaced all physical places where we met. Why the hell would you go out to the park when you could just have a Discord full of homies? Imagine it's the summertime right now. Instead of going to go hoop, going to go outside and just chill for real, you instead play games with your homies on Xbox Live. And doing all of this requires people to be technologically savvy. But that technological savviness, is that even a word? That savviness ends up replacing social skills. Think about FaceTiming somebody. Yes, that is the closest you can get to an in-person conversation, but it's still on an iPhone, and it's still not in person. While you can read their facial expressions and hear sarcasm, it's not the same as having them in the same space as you. Because in our society now, we have prioritized knowing how to use technology a lot better than actually being humans and talking to people anymore. And because we have a generation of people that are being raised online almost exclusively, when it's time for them to escape these things because it's too much, they all burn out because they have no other alternative. They don't have a place that allows them to detox from the internet. And all of those cases lead to burnout. So I guess you could say I was burnt out. God damn it. But that leads me to say something very important, however. Rest and recovery is not only important, but also revolutionary. And I know that sounds crazy, but rest is actually really fucking important. I'm mainly speaking to Gen Z when I do say this, but since we've been kids, I'm talking about 6, 7, and 8, everything that we have been taught has been revolved around working hard so you succeed. And I'm pretty sure for all of us, especially if we see what the hell is going on right now, all of our hard work ain't really showing up right now. And we often blame ourselves for this, when in reality, it's never been our fault. The status quo wants us to be the most efficient and productive workers, when in reality, efficiency and productivity will just break down a human because we're human beings. Think about work culture. Your job probably talks a lot of shit about the employee that calls in sick, saying that they didn't really want to work that bad. They just wanted to stay home. Like, let's be real honest here. How the fuck is that a problem, bro? Are you expecting someone that works 40 hours a week to always be happy as fuck? They can't take one fucking day off? God forbid you go on vacation. They on your ass. They are going to make sure you catch right the fuck up because there is no time for slacking. There's still shit to do. In reality, human beings don't want to act like that. They've been taught to do that. And that's kind of where this all or nothing mentality comes from, especially in the lens of activism. For a lot of people that want to make a change, they feel like if they can't do every single little part of activism, it's not worth doing. And that's just not the case, because every single person in society has a purpose that can be better for all people. Every single person watching this video is a specialist in something. It's up to you to find out what it is though. But because of this all or nothing mentality, we have a lot of people giving up on their passions and giving up on their plans because they can't have it all done now and reap the rewards from it. For example, bro, have you ever heard somebody say, well, we got the same 24 hours, you can be just as successful as me? And it's always some fucking billionaire like, of course, buddy, you're the one saying that. Of course you have the luxury of waking up at 4 a.m. drinking blue acai juice and then getting a blood transfusion. The homeboy that's working at McDonald's to make every paycheck meet his rent, which is $1,500, can't really fucking do that. Which just shows the priorities and privileges of people, but that's not really what this video is about either, so let me just go that way with that point. And the all or nothing mentality kind of plays into the bootstrap ideology, where if you just work hard enough, you might succeed. The part that they leave out of that phrase is that oftentimes you need to connect before you can succeed. The hard work actually don't mean shit. And for anybody that's went to college, or they have a marketing degree, or they do a lot of networking, you've understood that a lot of people have gotten to where they've gotten to because they've known somebody in the industry. You could argue my scholarship came because I knew the admissions counselor and she just had a favorable look on me. You wouldn't be wrong in saying that, because that is networking. I did work hard to get a college degree, but if it wasn't for that connection, it probably would have never fucking happened. Oftentimes, the people telling you that you need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps are either one, in denial of how bad capitalism actually is, or two, a part of an elite cadre that is making money off of their own merit. They own their own labor, bro. So it's either somebody telling you that is just frustrated with how hard life is, or somebody dictating the fucking work to you to do. But let's actually talk about resting, because I really do want to focus on that point here. Resting isn't just sleeping. You can rest doing a lot of other things. Resting can be just taking a break mentally from what you're passionate in. It's a lot of reasons why you see college professors and other people that are in their disciplines taking hiatuses. Sometimes you just need to not do the main work so you can do research and not worry about the pressures of what you're doing. You think Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale didn't take breaks? No, they knew to take breaks because they was doing some hard ass work. Especially if you're on the internet and you do social media activism, it is so important for you to disconnect because you're going to send yourself in a spiral. Every single day of being an activist, you are consistently fighting people who are ignorant on top of trying to educate those same people. And sometimes the people attacking you on these platforms are the people you're trying to help. It would be unhealthy to not want to detox and disconnect from that situation because you know at a certain point of dealing with all that, you're not going to want to engage with any of that information anymore. Which is why resting could also involve educating other people who are in your camp. You don't always have to extend that olive branch. Sometimes you can just nurture your own tree. And 9 times out of 10, taking that rest is going to make your passion stronger for what you want to do. For example, my passion of being a content creator got so strong that it forced me to make this video because I didn't like how I didn't upload anything. I didn't like having the people in my community that I was blessed with not have a video. As a content creator, I don't know, I kind of owe making videos to y'all. But yes, I would just like to say that if you are out there and you are fighting the good fight, doing what you must, understand that you don't always have to do that. You can take a break, you can take a step back, and you can relax and detox. Being able to understand that will save you in so many ways that I can't even say in this video, but just know your mental will be better, your body will be better, and your spirit will be better too. But if you enjoyed this rant, leave a like on the video, put your boy in the algorithm so everybody can see your boy, BasedDom. Yes, sir, man. Leave a comment. Have you also noticed the amount of information we just take in on a daily basis? And because you're taking in all this information, did you burn out from it? I'd love to know. And subscribe, man. Every single day, man, even without creating, I was still looking at the community tab and seeing everything that y'all been posting, and I appreciate all of it, man. But yeah, man, it's been BasedDom, people. Deuces.